guys, what's up? I know I promised you the last video will be 1300, but I'm like this in my mind. I can't go out with Killjoy. I'm sorry. I can't go out like that. But this is a review I want to do anyway. Wes Craven's Dracula series, and hopefully I can do the John Carpenter one before the end of this day. We'll see what happens. But Dracula 2000. Before I start, let me say I'm from the East Coast, from the Bronx of New York, and I just want to say I hope everyone's staying safe from this hurricane. It is really nasty out there. It's really horrible. A lot of flooding is happening in the East Coast, and it's just crazy. And hopefully the job will understand. If you can't make it, you can't make it. Just call in, guys. Just do what you have to do to survive, and don't let the traveling. If the travel is hard for you to get to work, then just call and let them know. Because it's hard to come. If you can come in, it's hard to come out, and plus it takes a while for everything to be back on the system. Be back online when it comes to the MTA trains and the PATH train and the Metro North or so. But meanwhile, yeah, just stay safe, stay strong, guys. Hopefully we all get through this. Meanwhile, let's enjoy ourselves. Let's just think of good things to try and survive with food, water. Make sure your loved ones are safe, your friends are safe. Meanwhile, yeah, let's just talk about this movie review now. Now let's have some little fun now. Dracula 2000. This is a movie I saw a long time ago. I remember enjoying this, and this is Wes Craven's version of Dracula. This is his own take on it. And by the way, Gerard Butler's Dracula. I was like, wow, Mr. 300. Am I right? Is this Mr. 300? You see him then, and then you see him now. Look how he blew up now. He's constantly making a lot of movies. It's amazing. When you see these old movies these days, and you see certain actors, you didn't expect for them to blow up as they do now, But Dracula 2000, man, it has like the story with Van Helsing. He's pretty much immortal with he has these slugs when he ejects himself, and he ejects himself with the essence of Dracula, and I know I'm not going well in details. When it comes to my movie viewing is always like a movie talk. So again, like, forgive me if I don't do these things right. But anyway, Van Helsing pretty much on an architect, like antique shop. He collects like old things, but he's like immortal. This is the original Van Helsing. He injects himself with the slow Dracula essence. It's kind of weird. But then later on, his assistant and her boyfriend, they robbed Van Helsing's antique shop. They stole the silver coffin of Dracula, and then they fly off the coffin. Van Helsing found out about it, and he has to go to New Orleans, like Louisiana. And there's a reason why he's going over there. Dracula was able to escape with the blood spill on the coffin, and this movie has blood and gore in it, and I feel like it's very fast paced for what it was, and also at the same time, it was kind of cool how they kept Dracula's sexuality, his essence of how he seduced women and how he is, like a smooth vampire, but he could kill you too, he against if he wants to. But this take is amazing. I'm gonna tell you why. While there's a girl that has visions of Dracula who he kills and stuff, and she don't know why she's having these visions and stuff. Later on, as that's progressing, you find out that Van Helsing killed face to face in Dracula finally, and Dracula pretty much killed him. And the woman found out that this old guy is pretty much her father. She knows that her dad is dead. She comes across all these vampire women, like especially her best friend's a vampire now because of Dracula. And then you got the guy, the antique shop, Van Helsing's assistant. He comes following him to the U.S. and he helps him battle the vampires and stuff. Later on, Dracula kidnaps the woman, Van Helsing's daughter, and the antique shop dealer's assistant been kidnapped by the three vampire women. While he was talking to the woman, Van Helsing's daughter, that he's gonna turn into a vampire. Like her father, when Van Helsing took vampire Dracula's essence, his DNA pretty much went into the daughter, and he's going after the daughter now because of that. But then he showed his daughter something else, who he is, and this is what makes his take on Dracula really cool. And Wes Craven kind of made it his own. This Dracula is actually Judas, the guy who betrayed Jesus Christ, and that would explain why he hates religious things like crosses and silver. He sold Jesus out to silver coins, and that's why the vampires hate silver. So Dracula hates all things Christian. So when I saw that scene, I was like, oh shit, because it was like unique, it was different. And I like that. Fuck it. I don't care what the haters say. You know. Hey, you better watch Twilight. Come on. Twilight isn't so bad either, but to me that's like a one-time watch, and that's it. But this is a good take on it, man. But anyway, you get the battle scenes like the guys battling out, killing the vampires, female vampire, and the woman battling Dracula out, and then the guy and the woman team up to battle Dracula, trying to get hung by the strobe light. Jesus Christ, cross. It was just funny how they set that up, and and the sun came and burned Dracula out, and then the woman pretty much is the new keeper of the Dracula's coffin, and she still had like the vampire DNA in her. When you see her vampire effects. But the vampire effects was cool. It kind of looked like old school to me, and I like how the vampires look in this one. Yeah, so Dracula 2000 is pretty cool. I actually liked this movie. I heard there's some sort of reviews. There's mixed reviews for it though, but I liked it. Dracula 2000, check it out if you could. There's also 2 and 3, and I'll be talking about that next. Peace, guys.